Opening scenes are a filmmaker's first chance to grab your attention, set the tone, and tell you everything you need to know, sometimes without saying a word. Whether it's tension, character development, or just pure spectacle, a great opening can hook you from the very start. Today, we're breaking down some of the best opening scenes in film history, why they work, and what filmmakers can learn from them. We're starting with Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. The opening scene is a masterclass in tension building. It's nearly 20 minutes of conversation between SS Colonel Hans Landa and a French farmer, but you can feel the weight of every word. The slow pacing, combined with Christoph Waltz's brilliant performance, creates unbearable suspense. It's a scene that tells us exactly who Landa is, a manipulative predator in full control.
The German people share with a beast. It would be the cunning and the predatory instinct of a hawk. But if
Tarantino knows how to let tension simmer, building the scene slowly until the big reveal. The farmer is hiding a Jewish family beneath the floorboards. Why it works, Tarantino uses tension, pacing, and dialogue to hook the audience. The scene introduces the villain in a way that is unforgettable, making you feel uneasy right from the start. Landa's calm demeanor and the underlying menace serve as a blueprint for the tone of the entire film. Few opening scenes are as unforgettable as the Normandy landing in Saving Private Ryan. From the very first frame we're pursued, Spielberg throws us into the chaos of war. The handheld camera, the shaky movements, and the sound design make you feel like you're right there with the soldiers.
Want to see plenty of beef between men. 5 men is a juicy opportunity. 1 man's a waste of ammo.
The sand out of your weapon.
It's relentless, brutal, and sets the stakes for the entire film. But it's not just spectacle. This opening also establishes Captain Miller's leadership and his deep sense of responsibility toward his men. Why it works. Spielberg's use of immersive cinematography and sound design makes the audience experience the confusion and terror of battle. The scene doesn't rely on dialogue. Instead, it shows the horrors of war through action and visuals. The pacing is relentless, capturing the audience's attention instantly and refusing to let go. Now let's talk about a quieter but equally intense opening, Drive. Director Nicholas Winding Refn doesn't need dialogue to hook the audience. He uses tension, atmosphere, and subtle action. The scene opens with Ryan Gosling's character waiting for a heist to unfold, but instead of a fast-paced car chase, we get a slow, calculated getaway that builds tension through its quiet moments and the anticipation of danger.
Do you understand? Good.
It's slick, precise, and sets up the cool, methodical nature of the driver. Why it works. The use of silence and stillness contrasts with the typical heist movie opening, drawing the viewer into the protagonist's mindset. It establishes character through action rather than words, showing us exactly who the driver is before we hear him speak. The tension is created through the unknown, making the audience lean in and focus on every detail. You can't talk about iconic opening scenes without mentioning The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan kicks off with a bank heist led by the Joker. But it's not just any heist. It's a meticulously crafted sequence that reveals the Joker's chaotic and manipulative nature. The scene builds with each robber taking out the next, all part of the Joker's twisted plan. By the time he reveals himself, we already know he's a criminal mastermind who thrives on disorder.
Stranger.
Why it works. Nolan's use of suspense and misdirection keeps the audience on edge. The scene introduces the Joker in a way that immediately establishes his unpredictability and intelligence. It's fast-paced, with a payoff that not only hooks the viewer, but sets up the entire film's tone. And finally, we have one of the most iconic openings of all time, Raiders of the Lost Ark. From the very first shot, we're introduced to Indiana Jones through action. The boulder chase, the ancient temple traps, this is adventure filmmaking at its finest. Spielberg uses the opening to define Indy as a fearless, resourceful hero who's willing to take risks. It's exciting, thrilling, and pure fun. Why it works, the action is fast-paced but clear, introducing us to Indiana Jones's character through his actions rather than dialogue. It sets up the film's adventurous, globe-trotting tone in just a few minutes. The scene grabs attention immediately, offering excitement and a clear sense of what kind of film we're about to watch. So what makes a great opening scene? It's about grabbing the audience's attention. whether through tension, action, or character. The best openings don't just entertain, they set the tone, establish stakes, and give you a reason to care whether you're making an... If you liked this breakdown, hit subscribe and ring the bell for more filmmaking tips.